Hello, and thank you for watching this video on multiplying fractions. Today we will have a look at two types, one with some smaller numbers and one with some bigger numbers, and the best way to solve them. Okay, so multiplying fractions, the method is fairly straightforward. All you need to do is multiply the top numbers by each other and then multiply the bottom numbers by each other. So for the first one, a fifth times 3/8, all you need to do is multiply the top 1 times 3, which equals 3, and multiply the bottom 5 times 8, which equals 40. Then we look to see if we can simplify this. Does 3 go into 40? No, so we leave it as that, 3/40. Then we can have a look at one where the numbers are bigger. And the best thing to do here, before you start multiplying, is to try to simplify the fractions by using cross-cancelling. So, cross-cancelling means we look at the bottom number on the left fraction and the top number on the right fraction, and to see, is there a number that goes into both 5 and 10? Well, yes there is. We can divide both of them by 5. So what I do is I cross out. 5's into 5 go once, and 5's into 10 go twice. Then you can have a look at cross-cancelling the other way, the top of the left fraction and the bottom right of that fraction. So 4's into 12. Is there a common factor? Yes. We can put 2 into both, but best thing to do is always start with the biggest common factor. In this case, that is 4. So 4's into 4 go once there, 4's into 12 go 3 times. Once we've simplified as much as we can, we just multiply the top and then multiply the bottom. 1 times 2 equals 2, and 1 times 3 equals 3. And my answer there is 2/3. So, some key tips. Firstly, look to cross-cancel. This makes the multiplying much easier. When we do cross-cancel, choose the biggest common factor of both numbers. Biggest common factor. This makes the fractions as small as possible. Then once that's all done, multiply the top numbers and multiply the bottom numbers together. Right, now have a go yourself. Answer these two questions, pause the video, and then when you are done, I will show you how to do it and compare answers. So, time for you to have a go yourself. Copy these questions out, pause the video, and then we will go through the answers and compare shortly. Okay, so the first one, 2/5 times 3/7. I'm going to look to cross-cancel where possible, but in this case there are no common factors between those numbers. So we simply just multiply the top, 2 times 3, multiply the bottom, 35, and there is our answer. Look to simplify where possible, but there we can't, so we'll leave it as that. Okay, secondly, 8/9 times 3/4. I'm going to try to cross-cancel first. So let's have a look at the 8 and the 4. The biggest factor between those two is 4. So I'm going to cross out the 8. 4's into 8 go twice, and 4's into 4 go once. Okay, then I will look to cross-cancel the 3 and the 9. So 3's into 3 goes once, and 3's into 9 goes 3 times. So my answer, 2 times 1 equals 2, 3 times 1 equals 3. So my answer is 2/3. Very well done if you got those correct. Okay, let's move forward. Time for something more challenging for you so you can say that you are the master when it comes to multiplying fractions. Just like Diego Maradona was in 1986. Okay, so have a go at this one. Pause the video, copy the question down, and we will compare afterwards. Okay, if you're all finished, let's see how you did. Okay, so I'm going to look to cross cancel first. 45 and 135. They both end in 5, so we know that 5 will be a factor. But are there any other numbers, any bigger numbers that go into both? You can look at maybe 15 or 45 itself. And yes, 45 itself does go. So I am going to put 45s into 45, goes once. 45s into 135, goes 3 times. Then let's look to cross cancel the other two fractions. 81 at the bottom and 27 on the top. They are both on 9 times table, so we could divide 3 by that. Or we can look for any bigger common factors, and in fact 27 goes into both. So 27 into 27 goes once, 27 into 81 goes 3 times, and then I've multiplied the top, which is 1, multiply the bottom, 3 times 3 equals 9. And 1/9 is the answer. Very well done if you got that correct. And as you can see, this method is much easier when you cross cancel before you start multiplying. Because if you had to multiply 45 times 27, you're going to get a very big number indeed. And 81 times 135 is not a pretty. So cross cancelling beforehand makes multiplying fractions much easier. Okay, so once you've mastered that, the next step would be dividing our fractions and adding and simplifying fractions. You can find videos of these on the same channel, Mr. Campbell's Maths Videos. Thank you for watching.